What's up guys, Sagi here and welcome to another Tech Gear Talk. Since you're watching this video, you already know that the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro were released in October and very soon we'll be getting the absolute beast of the 12 Pro Max and that cute little puppy in the bunch, the 12 Mini. Now I've been playing around with the 12 and the 12 Pro for a few weeks now, and for me, coming from the 10S, it's been a noticeable upgrade both in terms of performance and the cameras. Video coming soon. I got the 12 in blue and the 12 Pro in Pacific blue, which kind of keeps things in line with the sky blue iPad Air 4. And today I'm going to go over my top 5 accessories, like the things that I add to my iPhone 12 to make the user experience better. And a little spoiler here, one of them is the MagSafe, which I think I like it, but I can't really decide if it totally makes sense. And I have a lot to say about this, so you'll see what I mean later on. Okay, my first accessory, if you know me, this is not a shocker. Of course, I'm talking about a case. Right now, I'm playing around with 4 different cases from ESR. And by the way, shout out to ESR for sending me these cases and sponsoring this video. And there's just no way for me to have a phone without a case because I know I'll break it. And some people have said, like, well, how do you drop your phone? So it doesn't, I drop it. And it breaks and then it costs me money and I don't like it. So a durable and reliable case is critical for me. And then at the same time, I want a case that really looks great. So the first case I use is this Air Armor Clear. And I love this one because you can see the color of the phone through it. And one of the things that I was really excited about this year was the new iPhone colors. It's a hard case, so you know it'll protect your phone, and there's still some flex to the side, so it's easy to put on and off. And you can see that the corners are reinforced for additional drop protection, and this is something that ESR calls Air Guard. Now, one thing that I noticed right away about the iPhone 12 is that it's a fingerprint magnet. So on the 12, it's the back. You just can't keep it clean. And then on the 12 Pro, it's the side. And I almost wish that they made one that was kind of like all matte, like the back of the 12 Pro and then the sides of the 12. That'd be kind of sweet. So the nice thing about this case is that it's definitely easier to keep clean than the phone on its own. Now MagSafe, which I briefly talked about before this, still works through this case, but there's no magnet in the case itself, so the charging is slower. And that's where the next case comes in. It's called the Cloud Soft Case with Halo Lock, which is ESR's magnetic ring. And this fully supports MagSafe and it will perfectly align the charger every time. Now this case comes in blue and black and it has a super nice feel to it. It's kind of hard to communicate in video, but it's like silky smooth, but not slippery at the same time. Again, it's a little bit challenging, but I think I want a set of keycaps for my keyboards or a mouse that's made out of this material, if that's possible. It's really nice. Now the inside is lined with what feels like felt, and you can see the magnetic ring right on the inside. So this will snap onto the MagSafe even without the phone. And of course, you're getting a more secure connection and faster charging. And by the way, if you like the cloud case, but you don't plan on using MagSafe, ESR also offers the same version, but without the Halo Lock magnet. Now, the last case that I tested is this metal kickstand case, and it's thinner than the Armor Air, and it's pretty similar form factor to the Cloud, but it has an integrated kickstand in it. You have to pull from the right side though. And this will let the case stand up this way or this way so that you can watch content horizontally or vertically. This way you don't have to worry about propping your phone on something and then having it slide down when you're trying to watch YouTube or streaming your favorite shows. And I'll have links in the description to all 4 cases because there are some specials going on right now where you can get these for less than half price. So if you're interested in a case that will help protect your iPhone 12 and look great at the same time, definitely check out the entire collection from ESR. I only showed you 4 cases, but there are a ton of options. Now moving on to the next accessory, I got the AirPods, and these are my favorite headphones ever. And I'm still using the Gen 1 AirPods, which I think came out in 1842, I'm pretty sure. And there really hasn't been a reason for me to upgrade them. I don't know that I would actually use wireless charging for the case. So when I lost these, I just reordered the Gen 1s. And it's actually a funny story. So I lost these. I mean, I knew they were in the house, but I couldn't find them. And then my little brother, after I ordered new ones, was like, I'll find them in your house. So we were out of town. He came over here. I don't know. He spent a half hour. He found them in the hamper. So obviously I like left them in my pants. That's how responsible I am. And so I gave him the new ones and kept the old ones. But again, there was never really been a reason for me to want different headphones. And I remember before I had these, I was worried about them staying in my ear, and I wear these while I warm up for basketball or if I'm shooting around in the backyard, and these have never fallen out of my ear. The only time they come off is if I'm taking a layer off and I'm not paying attention and they kind of get clipped. And a lot of people have told me to try the AirPods Pro, so I did pick up a pair of these. I haven't opened them yet. You can see they're still in the box. A little ASMR over there, but I'm gonna open these in another video and I'll compare them and we'll see if these are worth keeping. So the next accessory on my list is pretty much a must unless you already have one from another brand. And as we know, Apple didn't include a power adapter with this year's iPhone models, and it comes with a USB-C to Lightning cable. So unless you're upgrading from a phone that already has USB-C charging, or you have a USB-C adapter from something like the iPad Pro or one of this year's iPads, the 8 or the Air 4, then it's very possible that you don't have a USB-C adapter. Now, instead of spending $20 on Apple's 20 watts USB-C adapter, I decided to use the RavPower 64 watts 4-port desktop USB charging station. Now, it's actually more expensive than the Apple adapter, but instead of one power delivery USB-C port, I get two. And then I also get two USB-A ports, so I can charge multiple devices. And between Christy and I, it's always the one with the lowest charge that gets the priority. So it's nice to have options now when charging multiple phones and iPads. All right, moving on, we're almost on to the MagSafe, but the next item is again something that I never go without. It still has to do with protecting your phone. And I know that all 4 iPhone 12 models got the new ceramic shield glass on the front. And that's great and all. I know Corning embedded nanoceramic crystals into the glass matrix, and the idea there is that the crystals form stronger interlocked structures that make the material better able to resist cracks. But since I've proven that I can crack or scratch the screen on every iPhone I've had so far, I can't trust it without this next accessory. And also, I'm not sure how the new ceramic shield helps with scratches. I know it helps with cracking, but I don't know about scratches. I know my XS scratched within the first few days that I had it, and that's with it being kept in a pouch every time I put it in my pocket because I was still filming my review. So I don't know if something got in there, but there's a big scratch right down the middle. So as you've probably figured out, this next accessory is a screen protector, and I'm trying this new brand now called iCares. And I got 3 of them for like $9, I think, and they come with a tray. So one of the frustrating parts about applying a screen protector is they usually give you these stickers that you put on the side, and then you have to align it perfectly and take the thing off, and it's never quite as simple as I feel like it should be. And now we've got this little guide that you just snap onto your phone. Then the screen itself just fits right in it, and it's super easy. So I've already done it on the Pro, and I haven't done it on the 12 yet because I waited for this video. So again, for $3 a pop, I know I'm good to go. And it's just better for me not to have to worry about the screen. And if anything does happen to these after a few months, I just peel it off, put a new one on, and then I don't have to do the walk of shame into the Apple store with my busted screen. All right, so before I move on to the MagSafe, if you like what you've seen so far and have gotten value from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It lets me know what kind of content you like so that I can make more of it. And if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe and notification buttons so you can stay up to date on all the latest gear and tutorials. All right, so now let's talk about the good and the bad of the pancake pan known as the MagSafe Charger. Now, starting with the good, it can charge it up to 15 watts, which is faster than my Qi wireless charger. It snaps onto the back of the phone, so I know the alignment is always perfect, and I'm getting maximum efficiency as far as charging. It will also work with other Qi compatible devices and will deliver 7.5 watts of power, so something like my XS will still work, but then of course you don't get that satisfying sound and it won't snap onto the back. Now, like other wireless charging options, it does leave the port open so you can charge your iPhone 12 while using the port for anything from wired headphones, an external microphone, or a dongle. Now, unlike my current charger, which I place my phone on, I can use the phone while it's charging wirelessly because, I've got this 3-foot cable, so I'm not really tied to a device that way. But then at the same time, it's almost not wireless anymore. I mean, it's wireless in that it's not plugged in, but there's still a wire. So it's not exactly wireless. I mean, it is wireless, but it's not wireless. And that sort of transitions me into the things that I'm not so sure about. And I know that some of these are personal to how I use it, but I like to share my actual experience with you rather than just give you the facts about the product. But let's actually start with the cost. So it's $39, which doesn't include an adapter. And again, USB-C. So if you wanted the Apple adapter, that's another 20 bucks. Next, the cable is attached to the puck itself. And I understand that it's probably there so that the puck doesn't separate from the cable and you'll lose your charge. But it does mean that if anything goes wrong with the cable itself, you're out 40 bucks. It also means that you can't get a longer or shorter cable. The 3-foot cable is fine for my desktop, but technically I would probably want an even shorter one there, but I can just wind this one up. On my bedside table, I would probably want a 6-foot cable instead. Now the next thing is more of an inconvenience to me, and that's the fact that it lays flat on the desk. So I can't see the screen of my phone while it's charging like I can with my other charger. And that means that I end up picking up my phone when I hear a notification or I have to lean over to see who's calling or who texted me. Now, when I'm not using it to charge my phone, it's kind of big and I can't use it to charge most of my other devices, which is a bit of a waste. I know that Apple is working on a MagSafe Duo, and ultimately, I'm super excited about the wireless applications like a MagSafe car mount, assuming of course that the magnet is strong enough to keep the phone attached. One last thing that I want to mention is that I now can't just pick my phone up and go because it's attached. So I don't want to pull this to where I'm putting pressure on the USB-C port. So now it requires 2 hands. It's not a big deal, but when I'm so used to just putting my phone down and picking it up off the charger, this is just a different user experience. All right, so if you have an iPhone accessory that you think I really need to try, let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video about my top 5 accessories for the iPhone 12. If you did, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, tweet it, share it, and if you haven't yet, join the community by hitting the subscribe and notification buttons. You can always find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tech Gear Talk. You know what I always say? Buy it nice or buy it twice. Good luck and see you soon. And that's while being kept in a pouch every time I put it in my pocket because I was still filming